Hello there. Yeah, it's nice Saturday morning actually in Sydney, and here's a roof here that we've been asked to investigate a leak. The roof was put together by a builder quite recently. A few things went wrong with it. You can see that somehow he got the roof sheeting the wrong length, so came up to here and it was too short, so he had to put a lap in to get the right length. Not a good thing, and if not done properly, that can cause a leak. But there's a leak around about here downstairs, and the builder has not been able to suss it out and find out what the problem is. So we got called in, and we're going to have to open this roof up just to find out why it's leaking and get it fixed. When we have a roof that's leaking and it's not quite obvious where the leak's coming from, we have to resort to what I call open heart surgery, and that's taking the flashings apart and just seeing what's going on underneath. And it can be amazing what you do find. Sometimes there are multiple areas where it's leaking, and that's the problem with trying to fix a leak, because you fix one, and if you don't check out the other leaks, you close it up and it's still leaking, and it's sort of it's a bit hard to understand sometimes. So you can see what we've done here is we've opened up the flashing, and let's have a quick look at this. Okay, now we're zoomed into the flashing for the vent pipe, and that's always a problem area. It doesn't look too flash, a bit of sealant all over the place, and that's what the flashing originally looked like. So it's been sealed there, all the way sealed there, but the seal is not 100% sealed, so water does get behind this. So if we open this up and have a bit of a look here, you'll see that the sealant goes here and across, but there's no sealant here at all, and you can see that there's water staining here, so water will dribble down into here and be upstream of the actual seal. So if you lift this up properly, then you can see that there's a massive hole here, and the water staining right there. So water's coming down in here and through down on the roof. So that's one area where it's leaking, but it's a fair way from where the owner says the leak is happening downstairs, which is down about there. So whilst it's got a leak in here, that might contribute to the same leak, or maybe it's a separate leak that he wasn't aware of. So there's something in here that obviously needs to be fixed up. Now we've opened this flashing up, and you can see, let's have a look here, screw apart. Yeah, this is the that's the sheet that is latched onto the other sheet. Now there's a screw right here, so I pull this out from underneath, taking the screw off. You know that the screw's been done up here. There's a lap. There's no sealant whatsoever. It doesn't look like there's water coming up here yet, because the water seems to pond just there. And if you lift this up, you see where the watermark's gone in. There's a hole here. There's no sealant here whatsoever, so water's dripping down this hole and possibly running down this sheet. And so that could be contributing to the leak down in that area. So let's have another look down in here. Now, there's a screw that's holding the flashing down, but the problem is that that was put in after the roof was done. And if you have a closer look, you can see that not only is there's a hole where the screw goes, but there's 2 other holes in there too. I don't know why. There's 2 screw holes in there, and what happens is that we get water that runs down the sheet, runs down. Someone's tried to seal this, but that doesn't work because water is obviously running down here. You can see the water line. You can see the water mark, the brown water mark running down there, and it hits there. And when you get enough water, there's a hole here, and a hole here, and the water goes down through the holes, and that's why there's a leak just down there, just below us, and that's where it's found a leak. And so not only here, but further downstream, exactly the same thing has happened. The screw has gone through the sheet, and there's a hole where the water's running down. So there's quite a few areas where water's getting in, and it's appearing downstairs just above the window. So a case of multiple leaks, and now that we found what the problem is, we can go ahead and fix it.